So last trading week was indeed very bad, and whatever we have seen in the last trading day of the last week was indeed not so very encouraging. Although Dow Jones closed 170 points up, then we have S&P half a percent or 22 points, and we have Nasdaq, which is pathetic because the kind of reversal we have seen was quite bad. Okay, this is not at all a reversal; it is just a I would say slowdown. Okay, that has happened after such a big fall, and when we have officially entered into the Christmas week, so obviously we can't expect something beyond a certain range. But if this is the trend, or if this is the kind of momentum we have in the overall market, so the downtrend is not yet over. That's what I can say. So let us see what lies ahead on the first day of its trading week. And remember, we are opening after a 3 days week, so and most of all are on holidays, and they will come back after 2 weeks. Officially the market will start after the first week of January of any calendar year, where you can sense some sort of normalcy. So whatever trading session we have left as far as calendar year 2022 and in the first week of 2023 will happen with a very limited amount of volume. So let us see what will happen probably as far as the opening day for this week is concerned, or as far as 27th of December 2022 is concerned. So this is what we can see as far as the price chart of Dow Jones, and you can clearly see what has happened in Dow Jones. So your previous range has broken down. So what was your previous range? It was 34,760 and 34,590 on the upside, and we have 33,600 and 33,434 on the downside. Okay, so this was your previous range, and now we have seen how Dow Jones has indeed closed below 33,434, although there is again a double bottom pattern. Okay, like this you can clearly see a W. Okay, you can clearly see a W, but whether it will turn out into a big trend or not, that's a big question mark right now. So what do we have here? There are 2 or 3 conditions that you need to understand. First of all, we're gonna have our stop loss of 32,600 on the downside, and on the upside we have 33,434 and 33,600 as our next immediate target, and at the same time resistance as well. So within this range you cannot expect anything. So within 32,600 and 33,600, 610, it will be your current range, and it is just a resistance. Any big move beyond 33,610 will push this stock towards 34,595 and 34,700. But in case Dow Jones falls below 32,600, then we will move towards 31,936 and 31,750. So this is what we are going to look at. So right now there is a small consolidation that's been going on, but if the consolidation continues, let me tell you one thing, that the next move will happen on the downside and not on the upside. So this is something which you need to understand. Now talking about the Nasdaq has shown a very lame recovery, or a very lame price performance. It is not at all a recovery. You can call it as a face saving kind of thing that has happened, and if Nasdaq does not move very well from this level, we cannot expect any big price move on the upside. And if you are looking at Nasdaq has already broken below some of its most important level, and this is the weakest of all, and because it is so sensitive to interest rate hike, it does not matter whether the Fed is hiking by 25 basis point or 50 basis point. Rate hike is indeed a rate hike, and from the lows of 0.25 or 0 on the downside, the US Fed rate is now holding at 4.5. So if you are putting your money into a bond, you can securely make 4.5% return, and for a developed economy like US, it is a humongous return. Okay, a safe 4.5% which you can get. Now, as far as the range of Nasdaq is concerned, there is a range, but looking at the kind of price action we have, it is clearly indicating that the strength is on the downside. So right now, the only face saving level is 10,280. If if Nasdaq falls below this, we will have a next bout of correction which will start and push Nasdaq towards 8,000. And I have already talked about the big trend. You can go and check my previous video. And if Nasdaq started trading above 10,000, 580, 590, there will be a possibility that it will move towards 11,200 and 11,500, and that will only be a short-term retracement. There is no sign of a trend reversal or something like that. Okay, and as far as SPX is giving us a clear indication about the trend and how it's been moving. Okay, so there is no change in the trend, and I'm going to talk about the big trend, at least for S&P 500, because that will give you a clear direction, because S&P 500 is much more balanced compared to Nasdaq or Dow Jones, because both have their own flavor. So a balanced flavor, if you want a balanced flavor, you need to go with S&P 500. So S&P 500 levels are very static and they are indeed very clear. So what do we have as far as S&P 500 is concerned? This is what we can see as far as the trend for S&P 500, and the only saving grace we have right now is 3,767, or let's say 3,760. If it falls below that, then we have 3,700. Then we will move towards 3,500. But as I have told in the past, I am telling you again, the big support that we are looking here will be in between 2,800 and 3,000 points. So there is still a 20-25% worth of correction which is left in the market, as far as if you're looking at the S&P 500. So that's a very much or very reasonable downside what I'm talking about, and which will probably take next 5 to 6 months or 7 months. It does not matter, but there is a correction which is due. Okay, and the trend is suggesting so. And if the trend has to change, then it must surpass 4112 and 4350 on the upside. Okay, then we are going to talk about any big trend reversal or something like that. But right now, all these levels are negative, and whatever we have seen on the last Friday's trading session, you may consider that it as a very small bounce back. I would say a smirch that you can see after a huge or humongous fall of 1 week. So this is what you need to look at, and most specifically, as I have started my session, that we are trading in a week where the volumes are very low. So be safe, be secure, and don't try to do something which you do not understand. So this is the end of the video. Thanks for watching.